Good evening. I'd like to call the Beach Haven Borough Council meeting to order for Monday, April the 13th, 2015. And I'd like to ask Mr. Maskell to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in the entrance hall of the Beach Haven Municipal Building and mailing the same to the Beach Haven Times, the Asbury Park Press, and the Press of Atlantic City. Mr. Caxton.
Here.
Mr. Keeler.
Here.
Mr. Maskell.
Here.
Mr. White.
Here.
Mayor Davis.
Okay. The next thing I'd like to do is read a proclamation for the municipal clerks. Whereas the office of municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk provides a professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas the municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the municipal clerk, now therefore I, S. James White, President of Council of the Borough of Beach Haven, do hereby recognize the week of May 3rd through the May 9th, 2015 as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to our municipal clerk and to all municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. In closing, I'd like to say that to you that we are so proud. This is, a very short summation of what we could probably say to you and to your office and all the people in your office. You do such an outstanding job with all the nice things that are said in there, but there's so many things that we see on a daily basis that are not in here that I'd like to say to you all the time, that you do such a great job. You do it with such professionalism, and you make everybody feel welcome no matter what the task they're giving you. So thank you very much for this, and thank you for the work.
Thank you. Thanks, Jim.
Okay, we'll take Rich's, the manager's report, please.
Okay, Jim. I'll begin with the treasurer's report for the month of March 2015. Cash receipts in the current fund period for the period March 1st through March 31st total $458,087.63. The cash balance in the current fund as of this period totaled $8,379,992.26. And the cash balance in the water utility account as of March 31st, 2015 was $1,643,894.65, submitted by our treasurer, Shari Bowler. Moving on to department reports. A little later this evening, we will be hopefully adopting our 2015 municipal budget. There were, however, a few changes made from the time of introduction last month to this evening. These changes came about after review by the Division of Local Government Services, which does oversee our finances in conjunction with our finance officer, Shari Bowler. So I'll go over a few of these. The overall budget itself remains the exact same amount we had introduced back in March, that being $11,149,618.59. However, there were some changes. The surplus that we will be utilizing to meet the needs of this budget has been increased by $8,712. bringing the total amount of surplus to be utilized in this budget to $1,835,090. The amount anticipated for construction fees has been increased by $1,956, bringing the total amount to be anticipated in the budget from our construction department to $112,260. Finally, in terms of revenue, the local municipal property tax to be raised locally will be decreasing by $10,678. So the amount raised locally to support the budget will be $6,887,532. Before I move on, I should note that this amount is right at the levy cap. So we have, in fact, as I have been cautioning council in recent years, we have finally reached that point where the levy cap really is tight. So we really are right at the levy cap at the moment. Total amount to be raised by taxation, including the local library, which stands alone on its own in the budget, will be $7,549,295.62. It's an increase over the 2014 budget of $490,360.62, resulting in a 3-cent increase to the local tax rate. The tax rate based upon valuations of $1.659 billion will be 45.9 cents. The water utility budget also had a few changes. The total appropriations for the 2015 water utility will be $1,795,750. This is a change of $20,000 from the budget introduced. Reason for this, we did encounter some troubles in one of our projects this past winter. It was too late to adjust it within the capital budget, so we're adding this to the regular operating budget. The problem being that we encountered some problems with some of the valves used to turn off the system in the boulevard, and that we had to have the contractor attend to that. In order to meet this additional amount, we will be increasing the use of the surplus to support the water utility by $20,000, bringing the amount to be utilized in the budget from the surplus to $320,000. That is in effect the changes from that was introduced part of the previous month. Excuse me a second. Moving on to other items, I have to say our water pump facility, which has been undergoing complete reconstruction this winter, is moving along on schedule. TKT, the construction, who has been doing the work, is doing a fine job. We anticipate, we anticipate the controls and the pumps to be up and running within the next 30 days. Currently, we're waiting for the roof trusses to arrive. Once they're there, we can finish reconstruction of the roof. Once the roof is in place, we can hook up the pumps and electrical controls, and we will be ready to roll by the time the season gets here in terms of taking care of our own water. We also received some good news from the New Jersey Infrastructure Trust Fund, which is financing a portion of this project for us. They informed us that we qualify for the NANO program, N-A-N-O. This is for municipalities borrowing what they term to be a small amount of money, that being less than $1 million. So under the NANO program, they are going to provide a loan forgiveness of $297,600. This is in addition to the $500,000 that we are receiving from the USDA in the form of an outright grant. So we are very hopeful that this will probably pay for almost the entire project, give or take a few little things. But we're very happy to have that happen. So, and I'll conclude with that for the evening.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Mrs. Mason, please present the meeting minutes for the approval without formal reading.
We have a special meeting of February 26, 2015, an agenda meeting of March 4th, 2015, an executive session from March 4th, 2015, a a regular meeting of March 9th, 2015, an agenda meeting of March 18th, 2015, and an executive session of March 18th, 2015. Do I have a motion on the minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, Mrs. Mason, please read the title and purpose statement for each of the ordinance for this evening.
Ordinance 2015-3C, an ordinance amending an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to permit private garages as accessory use for residential properties. The purpose of this ordinance is to permit private garages as an accessory use with certain requirements for all residential properties located in the borough. Final reading.
Okay, at this time, I'll open the floor to public comment on ordinance 3C.
Yes, 3C.
Hearing none, we'll close it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Ordinance 2015-13 is the 2015 salary ordinance. Final reading.
Okay. Again, at this time, I'll open the floor for public comment on ordinance 13. Seeing none, I'll close the floor. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Ordinance 2015-15C, an ordinance amending an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, as the same in Chapter 204 deals with water charges. The purpose of this ordinance is to correct language that is redundant and incompatible with other sections of the Borough Code. Final reading.
At this time, we'll open the floor for public comment on ordinance 15C. Seeing none, we'll close the floor and may I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve 15C.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Ordinance 2015-16, calendar year 2015, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank according to NJSA 40A:4-4514. Final reading.
This time, I'll open the floor for public comment on ordinance 16. Seeing none, we'll close the floor and may I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve 16, please.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Ordinance 2015-17, bond ordinance authorizing the reconstruction of the municipal building for the Borough of Beach Haven in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $5 million therefore and authorizing the issuance of $1,425,000 bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof. Final reading.
This time, we'll open the floor for public comment on ordinance 17. Seeing none, we'll close the floor and I'd like to ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve 17.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All right. Ordinance 2015-19C, an ordinance amending an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, as it pertains to Chapter 120 licenses, first reading.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance 19C?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
I have one. You my second?
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Finally, ordinance 2015-20C, an ordinance amending an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, as it pertains to Chapter 48, amusements, first reading.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the municipal council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds, and any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda and discussed separately. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. Resolution 68, supporting the NJNG construction and operation of the Southern Reliability Link Pipeline Project. Resolution 71, calling for the legislature to adopt a more sensible approach to affordable housing. Resolution 72, authorizing the sale of surplus property no longer needed for public use in an online auction. Resolution 73, establishing the 2015 fees for lining the field and dumpster rentals. Resolution 75, establishing a Sustainable New Jersey Green Team Advisory Committee. Resolution 76, awarding licenses for the 2015 ice cream vendors. Resolution 77, returning curb and sidewalk bond. Resolution 78, consenting to the issuance of an arcade license for Mr. T's. Resolution 79, executing the 2015 tourism grant agreement. Resolution 80, releasing a performance bond. Resolution 81, canceling water charges. Resolution 84, returning piling bonds. Resolution 85, returning an occupation of street bond. Resolution 86, approving ABC Social Affairs permit for the Little Egg Harbor Yacht Club. Resolution 87, transferring park bonds. Resolution 89, approving ABC Social Affairs permit for the Beach Haven Marlin and Tuna Club. Resolution 90, consenting to the issuance of amusement licenses for Fantasy Island. Resolution 92, opposing Assembly Bill number 4197, reducing funding for historic preservation. Resolution 93, approving certified list of eligibles for the 2014 Beach Haven First Aid Squad LoSAP. Resolution 96, approving change order number 1 for the water pump station project. And finally, number 97, approving change order number 1 for the Coral Street water main replacement project.
Would any member of council like to remove any of the resolutions within the consent agenda for consideration separately?
None, aye.
Good.
May I have a motion to approve the resolutions within the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Katsas?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes. Next is our 2015 municipal budget. It's a public hearing. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for the 2015 municipal budget hearing.
Okay.
Seeing none, Mrs. Mason?
Resolution number 88, 2015 is the 2015 municipal budget amendment. Whereas the local municipal budget for the year 2015 was approved on the 9th day of March 2015, and whereas the public hearing on said budget has been held as advertised, and whereas it is desired to amend said approved budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Borough of Beach Haven in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, that the following amendments to the approved budget of 2015 be made. Under anticipated revenues, surplus anticipated from $1,826,368 to $1,835,090. Total surplus anticipated from $1,826,368 to $1,835,090. Under miscellaneous revenues, Section D, code enforcement and construction fees, from $110,304 to $112,260. Total miscellaneous revenues from $1,563,276.97 to $1,565,232.97. Subtotal general revenues from $3,589,644.97 to $3,600,322.97. Amount to be raised by taxation, local tax for municipal purposes, from $6,898,210 to $6,887,532. And for total general revenue from $11,149,618.59 remaining the same at $11,149,618.59. Under the dedicated water utility budget, their operating surplus anticipated from $300,000 to $320,000. Total water utility revenues from $1,775,750 to $1,795,750. Operating appropriations, other expenses from $509,851 to $529,851. Total water utility appropriations from $1,775,750 to $1,795,750. Be it further resolved, 2 certified copies of this resolution be forthwith to the Director of the Division of Local Government Services for approval. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Motion
Mr.
to
White?
approve.
I'm sorry.
Bob, you were my second?
Second.
Okay. Mr. Caxton?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Okay. Be it resolved by the Municipal Council of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes stated in the sums therein forth as appropriations and authorizations in the amount of $11,149,618.59. It is hereby certified that within budget is a true copy of the budget finally adopted by resolution of the governing body on this 13th day of April 2015. It is further certified that each item of revenue and appropriation is set forth in the same amount and by the same title as appeared in the 2015 approved budget, and all amendments thereto, if any, which have been previously approved by the Director of the Division of Local Government Services. Thank you. We have a bill list this evening in the amount of $1,763,570.61.
I've had a chance to review the bills as presented and would like to make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Mr. Caxton?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
And I failed to take a vote on the budget.
Right.
Mr. Caxton?
Yes.
Mr. Keeler?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Thank you. You good?
We motioned on the bills already, right?
Yeah, we,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd like to open the floor to public comments. Anybody like to step up and speak on any subject? Seeing none, close the floor. Any final remarks by council?
Not from me. The only thing I would like to add is that Sherry, as municipal clerk, certainly has helped all of us when we started here in our journey in 2010. But the addition of Lauren and Darcy, I think, has been great. You know, they're just, we have a group of people up front in our offices that are really friendly, courteous, and attentive to, you know, the public when they come in. And so, great job.
Thank you.
I would have to second that. I really appreciate that. You gave me over the last 2 years. It was very helpful,
My
very
pleasure.
instructive. Thank you.
And just being new to the job, I appreciate all the help you've given me. Clarify things. Thank you.
And I have no comments. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
All right?
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Yes.